Most people spend their weekends relaxing and hanging out with friends.
I, on the other hand, spend my weekends making it look like my friends are being abducted by aliens. What's up? I'm Tyler, and this is a story of how we made our own alien abduction, and all the tricks it took to make it look believable. Somewhat.
What's going on?
We started off with just a few establishing shots of Sam. This was just a C-70 on a gimbal and a key light off to the side just to give his eyes a catch light. We then have him walk up to the frame, and I wanted to make it look like the UFO was coming behind him. Do it as simply as I could. So basically what I did was I took a PNG image that I got online and I just dragged it into Final Cut and created a drop shadow and masked it behind Sam coming towards him. We then have him turning around, and this effect I was actually really happy with. I ended up masking Sam out, and I brought the image over the house. So the mask is actually only over the house and not on Sam. And then I keyframed the shadows to come down so that it looks like it's just getting really dark outside. We then have a dramatic lightning effect that cuts to Sam seeing the beam of light. And this is the meat and potatoes of the video, the beam itself and how we achieved that. We did this by placing a C-stand with a boom arm and a light on top, a green gel to look like the alien beam.
Dude, I feel like it's gonna fall. But we trust Tyler.
Okay.
Oh.
You good? You good? You good? You good? Yeah. Little green gel.
Turn it down right now.
Ow. Got my tooth. And then a blue kicker in the back, which is supposed to emulate moonlight. Now to get the effect, we need the wind to be spinning and blowing upwards and doing all this crazy stuff. And we did this by just getting a box fan and trying to place it in the right position to make it look like it's spinning and sucking Sam up into the UFO.
I'm here to take your airheads.
My trusty friend and assistant Brian was trying to get the haze to blow in the right direction, but the wind was not cooperating that night. And it was blowing haze left and right. The biggest trick was to blow the box fan in the right direction with the haze, so the haze created just one straight beam.
Okay. And it is 11:21 p.m. We started at 5:30, I think?
Yesterday, this was a completely different idea.
Shooting an ad in 8 hours. Can you do it? The answer is no, because this is gonna look so bad.
Whoa.
Brian wasn't seen as much, but Brian literally did everything.
I think you didn't see it.
Let me ask you guys a question.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Leave it, leave it. Key light fill again. Doesn't matter.
This shows you how our night was going.
What is your expectation of the final product out of 10?
I mean, I love the vibe that's gonna happen, so I'm gonna guess 8, but in reality, if I saw it and thought that's a real commercial, probably 4.
Brian, out of 10, do you think this will look like a real commercial or not?
I think it'll look like a great commercial. I think it really kind of, I think we as much as we could with what we had, I think we were able to kind of sell the effect of like the alien invasion, and so I think it really does sell the kind of the commercial. But yeah, if I were to like get on TV or get on YouTube and see this commercial, I'd be like, that's buns. I think like
He hasn't even seen it yet. He just has so much confidence it's gonna be buns.
I got into Final Cut and realized I didn't get all of the shots. This is why you always make a detailed shot list. I did not do that. So I brought him back into the studio and I replicated the moonlight as well as putting a key light over top of him with a green gel to look like the alien beam once again. And we got a couple of close-ups of his expression and the airheads coming out of his hand. We used a leaf blower to blow the airheads out of Sam's hand and make it look like it was blowing up. I think it really helped sell the effect in the end. The other thing I did in studio was the ender, which was basically just a white background. It was actually a product photo background that I have that I just gaff taped onto a wall with a big key light and then my tube light to separate it as much as possible and just give it that nice bright look. And then I just dropped it in several times, placeholder that I keyed out, and that's how we got the last effect.
Airheads, they're out of this world.
The biggest effect is Sam floating. There was a couple places on his leg and hands that got lost into shadows. So I had to key around that really intricately, frame by frame, to make sure that it looked as clean as possible. The key finally ended up working. I blended it a little bit with the background to make it look like he's actually floating. Sam did a great job of just laying on the stool and just moving his limbs around quite a bit, quite a few times. The problem with this is we had to get the beam with the wind as well as the floating effect at the same time, and because of the way the wind was acting, we were having a lot of trouble with it. So thanks for hanging in there, Sam. Last but not least, adding a ton of sound design. You can really make a space or a world feel lived in and real with sound design. So we added some alien sounds, some ship sounds, just to really sell the effect and make it feel like you're just right in there with Sam, getting sucked away by aliens that want your airheads.
Without further ado, here's the final product.
Let's get abducted.